Hello, welcome back. Today I thought we'd do like more of a chatty little makeup video because a few people wanting to see how I do my makeup, and I was gonna sit down and do it anyway, so I thought why not. Just for context, I have very sensitive skin, I have dry skin, I've got eczema, so this is kind of keeping in mind and considering that sort of skin type. So I am first gonna use my moisturizer, which is this one. Ooh, if you can see it. Okay, so I today wanted to chat about some things that have been on my mind quite a bit recently. I mean, I've been doing these videos because I've been through a lot of anxiety and so on, and I want to help other people, but simultaneously, like at the same time, I mean, somebody left a comment on one of my other videos, which was kind of hurtful. But kind of funny. Somebody said, "Girl, you're barely hanging on by a thread" on my like self-care video, which was kind of mean, but do you know what? Kind of true as well. And like, I want to be able to give advice that I've applied to my own life and has really made a difference with me, which a lot of the stuff I've said has, obviously, that's why I've made videos about it. But I definitely recognize that there's so many things I can do to like better my own life and to care for myself more. And I've been seeing these videos online, on like YouTube and stuff. I'm sure you would have seen them too. It's like changing my life in 3 months or 6 months or however much time. By the way, I'm using the Glossier, I forgot what it's called. It's like the balm concealer. It's really good. I like it. Yeah, so there's these like videos where it's like you take a certain amount of time to like change your life essentially and work on things like fitness and your diet and all that sort of stuff to essentially like glow up. And I think, although like in one of my previous videos I said about how you don't have to be that girl, and I think some people might have possibly misunderstood what I was saying, and like because somebody said you don't need to defend laziness, which isn't what I'm saying. Like, I think it is great to work on yourself and great to exercise and eat well and really care for yourself. My argument was just that it doesn't need to look a specific way and it doesn't need to be aesthetic, and caring for yourself and doing what's best for you personally looks so different for so many people. But so I was considering possibly like trying a little challenge for myself where I try and change my life in like 3 months, but in a way that's very sustainable and like focused on health, and I want to do it without spending any money. Obviously I'll be spending money on essentials like food and whatnot, but I want to kind of show, I'm hoping I can show that like you can improve a lot and look after yourself better without having to invest in like products or whatnot, or you know, like spending extra time and money and those sort of things. A lot of it is just very accessible, even for people who struggle a lot mentally and stuff like that. So I kind of made a list, well, not kind of, I did make a list yesterday, of all the things that maybe just in my life I've been noticing have been like holding me back. But I just realized there's so many things I do to myself that definitely worsen my anxiety and just make me generally feel crap. I spend a lot of time on my phone. I don't really exercise much. There's just a lot that like I have been avoiding because of my struggles with anxiety, but then also I've probably kind of been not lazy necessarily, but allowing myself to avoid more and more when like I could be doing those things. And it's a mix of fear, I think, and just being okay, just staying in my comfort zone. But I know that the only way I'm going to grow is by getting out of that comfort zone and really pushing myself. I'm using this really crappy bronzer, by the way. I wouldn't recommend buying it. I think it like makes my eczema worse, to be honest, but it's the only one I have, and I want to use it all before I get a new one. So I made some rules for myself, and I split it into like physical habits and I don't remember what the other section was, but basically I told myself I want to reduce my screen time to 2 hours a day. I'm not gonna go crazy and like delete all my apps because I've done that multiple times before, but I end up re-downloading it because I like go to like group stuff in the city, and I like, it's kind of how I meet a lot of people. So for me that wasn't sustainable to just get rid of all my social media. Although it would be great for me to do that, I'm not sure how I can work around that at the moment. But like setting a goal with my screen time and really making sure that I monitor that and I'm strict with myself on that, I think is maybe a little better way for me to go about that. So that's number one. And just generally like around my phone, I want to try not to go on it before bed and like after waking up, because I know that it definitely disrupts my sleep a lot and makes my brain just go a bit like crazy. So there's that, and then I really want to do more exercise, and in the past I've kind of told myself, okay, I need to go to the gym 5 times a week, and I don't stick to it because I can get a bit bored. But recently I've been just doing whatever exercise I want to do on the day, like whether it's a run or it's yoga or it's gym or like whatever I want to do. So I'm telling myself, okay, I want to do this specific many like days, like 5 days of exercise, but I can essentially do whatever I want to do on that day. If I have low energy, doing more like yoga. If I have high energy, going for a run or go to the gym. So yeah, that's hopefully a little bit more of a sustainable way that I can go about that. But if you're anything like me, like I have told myself or given myself routines so many times and then just not stuck to it. Like I'll do it for a week and then I just stop. And I've been excited to do this and change my life and whatever, and then I just do not stick to it. So like through this kind of little experiment, I really want to try and find little ways to help habits stick that are more sustainable for people that do struggle to do that. I've been reading a lot of books about like habits, and ways to approach like creating and removing certain habits. I've been reading a lot of like non-fiction books at the moment that have definitely been helping me to understand just the kind of like neuroscience and psychology behind why we do certain things and why we behave certain ways and what helps us to sort of maintain specific routines. So my idea is that I want to split, so I'll post once a week. I want this to be like a 3-month sort of challenge for myself, I guess. And like it would be great if some people maybe joined with me. I'm gonna be posting a video sometime later in this week where I put the specific rules that I'm following, and I'm gonna document it week by week, possibly every 2 weeks, but most likely every week. And sometimes I am gonna fail and I'm gonna be crap at it, and that's okay because it's not linear, and like the amount of times that I maybe fail one habit for a day and then I just throw it all into the bin. So I'm not gonna do that this time, and I need you to hold me accountable. But yeah, my main goal is just to be healthier physically and mentally. I don't need it to look a specific way. Like it's not about the way I look, it's just about the way I feel. And I think so many times I've approached things like going to the gym about like, okay, I need to get a bigger butt or I need to look like this, and it's just not sustainable because I don't think it's a genuine way to go about like improvements like that. I think for some people it works, but I just do not have the willpower, unfortunately. I'm not really explaining like any of the products, but this is the Ilia eyeshadow palette in warm nude, and I'm just using, like I always use this top colour here. Sometimes I'll use like these 3, but I use that one, just put it on my lids. It's like, I don't shade or anything, it's just that to bring like a pop of colour. I don't know if it looks good, it probably looks awful, but that's what I do. But yeah, I'm really excited because, I don't know, like I've explained in my past video that kind of after a few years of really bad anxiety and skin, I'm kind of coming out on the other side a little bit. Like I'm still struggling with that stuff, but I'm able to make more changes now and to work on things a little bit more. So I'm very excited to do that and excited to grow as a person, because for myself, like, I just want to build some good friendships. I want to be a better partner, a better daughter. I'm not actually sure if anything I've said in this video really makes much sense, because when I'm focused on something else, like doing my makeup, I find it really hard to focus on what I'm saying. I'm using the Limitless Lash Mascara by Ilia, by the way. But if I'm gonna use this. There is a high chance that this might look terrible, because I have quite dry skin. This sometimes works for me, sometimes it doesn't. It's the Wonder Skin like lip stain. Usually I use this, and this is what people really liked in my videos, was the Glossier. It's like a lipstick in Storm. I don't know if this is available to buy by itself. I bought this at Christmas time as a set of these two, so it was the Storm Cloud Paint and then the Storm lipstick. This is in a few of my videos and I got a lot of comments asking what lipstick this was, so that's what I usually use. Recently I've been trying these, but it tends to stick to my dry skin, but I love the colours when it does work, so I'm gonna try it. We'll see. If it looks terrible, we'll ignore it. Okay, this is what it looks like when you put it on. It's like blue, like purpley, and then you wipe it off after like a couple minutes. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty likely it'll look awful. But hey, why not try anything out? I removed it and it worked. You can see, I'm gonna zoom in. My lips are very, like, here is very dry and there's some spots, but it looks pretty good, and like it doesn't wipe off like at all. And it kind of stays throughout the day. Again, if you have dry skin like me, or dry lips, sorry, I'd probably wait until they're not as dry. But I mean, that's worked pretty well. I feel happy with that, and I like the colour. That's colour Whimsical, by the way. Yeah, anyway, sorry for the really random video. I hope you enjoyed. I feel like I just chatted shit for like however many minutes and didn't really say much, but I kind of just wanted to get something out to say hi to you guys, because I don't know, I get bored when I've not posted for a couple days. I miss doing it, so I'm just gonna add a bit of highlight. There we go. Katie! So that's my makeup. Very basic, very easy, nothing special. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys because a couple of people asked, like I said, so yeah, thank you for tuning in. I love you all as usual. Thank you so much. Wait for that video to come out soon, the 3-month life change thing. Let me know if you're excited for that and if you have any questions, but yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.